And we're ready.
Okay, Josh, I'll just, for anybody who hasn't seen it yet, just a quick update on what we've been adding to the back end of the site. Basically, it's been traffic school, right? Real estate traffic school. You probably got a bunch of emails from Josh about it already. Members, you have access, so don't go paying for it, right?
Yep.
It's just right there under systems. And you can come right in, and what we're doing is one module a week for 12 weeks, and we actually forgot, Josh, right? We forgot a few we wanted to do, so it might go longer than 12 weeks.
Yeah, I'm sure it will, or there'll just be some bonus modules or whatever.
Yeah, because I know we wanted to do Zillow and Trulia and stuff like that, and
Yep.
that's not even in here. So far, I did a kind of a module 0. A lot of people on this call have probably seen a lot of this content, but just quick, dirty ways to build capture traps without building a full-blown website. We added that yesterday, and then the Craigslist and Backpage. A lot of that stuff is a lot of what you've seen in Buyer Leads by Tonight, but there is a good amount of new stuff, including some quick start videos that might cut through a lot of the need to go through all the content. And we've added some Backpage content. We're having a lot of fun with Backpage. Josh is doing a great Backpage SEO case study. So check out those videos. And the way we're doing this is we're just going to keep adding into the earlier modules. So every Monday we're going to release a new module, but keep checking back in because we're just going to, as we have ideas that might go into a certain module, we'll probably add it in, and there'll be a lot of new stuff. Josh, you have anything else to say on Traffic School?
No, just that it should be a lot of fun, and yeah, we look forward to doing it all and getting it all out there.
Yep, tell your friends. Tell people, Josh, we don't talk about our affiliate program a lot, right?
Right.
I don't know, if any of members, we have, I think it's Reticulous.com/affiliate. If you want to spread the word around your office and get paid for it, it is available. So if you have questions about,
we have a fellow, he's on the call now, he's in an area where there's a couple of different offices. Hold on. I can barely hear Josh. Hold on. Why does it do that? I cannot figure out why it does that. Is that better? That should be better. Okay, good. All right. We've got a fella, he's got a couple of Keller Williams offices in his market area, and he's kind of been sharing us. Well, with our affiliate program, you can set it up, so that when you share information, where you share, when you share what you're doing, you can get compensated. You sort of have to disclose that and stuff like that, but we have an affiliate manager, and his name is Sean. So just shoot me an email if you're interested in that, and I'll get you connected with Sean. And you can, at a minimum, pretty quickly get your league membership paid for. You get 2 people in, and you can get it paid for. So good point. We haven't really talked about that in any of these, and we don't talk about it a ton publicly.
Yeah. Okay. So that's Traffic School. We've added a few new blog posts. Of course, always tweaking the design on the blog, which transitions us in, Josh, I guess, to what we wanted to talk about real quick, right, before we take questions.
Yes.
I'm going to
You
show
know what?
us.
Let me do one other thing. For those of you who took the 1-year upgrade, a bunch of you, I already have your time scheduled for your one-on-one consultation. I am pretty much booked for the rest of the week now, I think. I have a couple of spots on Friday afternoon, Eastern. But shoot me an email if you didn't get my email about scheduling a time. Just shoot me an email at josh@reticulous.com, and we'll get you scheduled for. I've got a couple more spots this week, and then if not, we'll have to go to next week. So.
Yep, and if you can, when you talk to Josh, have some kind of niche in mind, right, Josh? That's going to be the...
Yeah, that's the idea. We're going to nail down a niche, and then once we get that, the time will be yours. You can pick my brain about anything you like, and I'll be happy to pontificate. Can't promise. anything, but I'll be happy to help.
Okay, so what we've got is the blog. We got a couple new posts, and we had a fun one today. I had a little fun with, but what we want to point out, and I'll let Josh take over from here, is something that we started doing. What, about 2 weeks ago now, Josh? Maybe a week ago, and we've been putting this little call to action at the bottom of each post, and it's working real well. So, Josh, I'll just let you go from there and explain what's going on.
So the idea is, instead of going for the squeeze, meaning, sorry, somebody has a specific question. Instead of going for the squeeze out of the gate. So most of the time you hear us talking about driving all traffic to a squeeze page. We've kind of come to realize that although that's extremely effective, you may want to have some other, tricks up your sleeve and tools in your tool belt to use. And one of them, a concept that you can use that early on for us has proven to be extremely effective, and this isn't rocket science or anything. It's not like we made this up. It just was kind of brought back to our attention by some of the stuff that we've been reading and consuming and learning, is to deliver value first and then ask for them to sign up. So the example that Ryan has here is Ryan created this worksheet to kind of work through the process that we recommend for building a lead generation system. And so we've put that everywhere, that you can download the worksheet without having to opt in. And then within the worksheet, there are opportunities to get more information, and you opt in at that point. So Ryan, let's show them this, and then I've got a perfect example of something that we have in the members area that people can use with this exact strategy.
Great, yeah, and just technically, just to bring this up, if you have an awesome real estate website, right, which basically you have pages and posts, there's actually a spot, I think it's called After Post Content. It's a widget in your awesome real estate website where you could put this and it'll be site-wide.
Yes, it's
okay?
It's After Post Content, because I just did it last night on a site.
Yep, and this little arrow, I don't know if I have it in the image library yet. If I don't, I will.
No,
it's
you
just
do.
Meticulous spot. I do?
I'm almost
okay.
positive you do.
Okay, we love this arrow. So it's in the image library, which you can find through the content library, one of the tabs. And click here to download. All this is a link to a PDF, right, which you can create under Tools and Utilities. If you go to the PDF Uploader, Tools and Utilities, go to PDF Uploader. You can upload any content you've created. And I click this, and it's downloading to my computer. Actually, we don't have any porn here. Let's see. There we go. There we go. And in our example, you've probably seen this, is just our little planning worksheet, but you'll see we have links embedded, right, where we have calls to action. We're running a business here to get you to take action and come into our fold. We've embedded little links where you can learn more, right? These different links for systems that you can use with the content we're talking about. So Josh is going to show you an example on one of his sites. So the idea is that folks read, they like what you have to say, they have something tangible they can print out and look at. Not everybody likes to read on the computer. They get to know you a little bit better, read what you write, and then they go and take action. Josh, should we go right? I had some ideas just what kind of reports real estate agents could, real estate folks can create. Or do you want to show your example?
Why don't we give them what they can use that's already created for them? Let's give them some ideas of what they can use. For example, the one that you have access to right now that I would recommend using immediately, if you want to, is the Credit Crusher report.
Yeah.
So here's how I would use that. You can give...
Josh, just show. It's right here in the Real Estate Content Library reports and docs.
Yep.
Okay.
So it's like a 9-page report. Maybe more, maybe less. I don't know. And it delivers some tips and strategies to people who are trying to improve their credit, maybe to qualify to buy a loan. So in a perfect world, and just follow this process, even if you're not going to use the Credit Crusher and the offer that I'm saying would be perfect with this, just follow along the process with me here so that you understand what you're doing. So you could use this on your fan page. Many of you are already doing that. On your fan page, in Craigslist ads, and other places like that, where the consumer, the website visitor, can immediately get access by just clicking a download button. And Ryan, how about in a minute we'll show our fan page, how we're doing it on our fan page, which is really simple to do. So they can immediately download. You deliver value to them throughout the report, and maybe a couple times inside of the report, and definitely at the end of report, you want to have a call to action. So a perfect fit for the Credit Crusher report is if you're in a market or you specialize in lease options, or if you're in a market where owner financing type homes are available, that would be a perfect call to action. So in the report, you'd say, for a free list of homes that you can, quote unquote, buy and move into without getting a traditional mortgage, go here or click here. You can even make it a hyperlink in a PDF. Maybe we'll have to put together a tutorial or find a tutorial on how to do that. But that's just one way. So again, the concept is distributing that to as many people as possible, delivering value, positioning yourself positioning yourself as someone who gives first, and then in return, giving them a link where they can get more information, or get a free list of homes, or whatever the follow-up offer is. But it needs to be congruent. Okay, it needs to make sense. So the report needs to make sense with what your offer is to get them to opt in. And that's why the worksheet for us is working really well, because we have content related to that worksheet, and our program is basically how to shortcut that worksheet or how to implement what you fill out on the worksheet. So it's all very congruent, which is why it's working really well. And this is something... Yeah, go ahead.
One other thing you can include at the end is a call to get social, too. I don't think we've really tried that, but you could also say, hey, check out my fan page, connect with me on Facebook, and let me know if you like this report. And people might be like to click their Facebook profile.
That's a great point. Now, for those of you, there are some of you listening who your specialty, you're going to have to create something to implement this. But it will be well worth your time. It's one of those things that, if you sit down for a day or two and bang out something like this, it delivers value for your business, almost in perpetuity once you get it dialed in, once you get it nailed. So, it requires some work, but it's work that will be well worth it. At least, in our humble opinions.
Yep, and you can even take a lot of your previous blog posts, if you're creating a lot of content, and turn that into a PDF.
Yeah.
If you've already created content, so it doesn't need to be too hard to do.
So, do we want to show more? Show anything else, or do we want to just go into questions?
Yeah, you can go into questions. This is pretty easy. I was just going to give some ideas for kinds of reports, but they're kind of in line with the niche ideas we have. I think it'd be cool if you gave a guide to individual neighborhoods. So, if you do, especially in the big metros, if you do University City, Philadelphia, a guide to, download my guide, and you're that neighborhood specialist, and you just jam pack it with a section on restaurants, sort of like a relocation kit. And you have constant links to go here to search houses near this, that goes into your IDX search or some kind of squeeze page. I think that's probably that's one really quick, easy way to use this. There's also guide to the local investment market. So if I'm an investor and I live in any market, professional investors, they'll buy anywhere. You don't have to be in state to buy an investment property, right? So you could have a guide to buying in Philadelphia, an investment, and you could talk about which neighborhoods and what kind of housing stock and inventory and gross rents and all that stuff you'll get. And you could distribute the report. You can drive traffic to that from not just your area, from anywhere around the country. So, you know, run a Facebook ad to a blog post, and in the bottom of the blog post has download for more info on this, go here.
Yeah.
Download PDF. So just 2 quick examples.
Yep. Any questions specific to this? We have somebody asking about, Ryan, did you create a template for the Bob Mangold style, the My Equity Blueprint style offer? That's what I thought.
Sure. Yeah, we have that under case studies.
Gotcha.
And I have 6 videos of me building one of those pages from front to back, like an actual capture page. But I'm glad that was brought up, because the guy, I forget, man, I'm sorry. I think it was Ed Nearing. If he's on the call, I'm sorry who it was I was working with. That's bad. But he had actually done a really good example of this in practice on his Saving 53K page. The report he delivered was peppered with his contact info, so people can contact him. So yeah, check out that building a lead capture trap.
Eric is confirming that it was definitely Ed.
Cool. Yep.
So any other questions about this, whatever you want to call it, process, idea, concept?
Oh, and tell them to give it to a friend. We've been doing this too at the bottom of all our posts. Mm-hmm. I think I've mentioned this, and do it in your PDF too. Hey, did you like this? Go ahead and give it to a friend. I mean, just telling people to take action,
Yeah, telling people what to do. You could have the greatest report in the world, the greatest information in the world, and if you just end it and don't give a call to action, it's useless. I mean, it's kind of the same way that you should never leave a prospect without your next appointment, without your next call to action. So you never end an appointment with a prospect without scheduling the next one. The same thing here. You never end something without a call to action of some kind, whether it be a blog post, squeeze page, video, report, whatever. It should always end with some kind of call to action. It doesn't have to be pressure-filled or anything like that, but just telling people what to do. People need to be told what to do. We all need direction, and so that's all you're providing is direction on what to do next.
And you wanted to show the fan page, right?
Oh, yeah, yeah. So this is working really well, and here's what I mean by really well. We are getting more than 50% of traffic to like our page. View as non-fan. So step 1 says click like below. I need to get above. I need to get a clearer image for that. That image is really fuzzy, but whatever, it's working.
It probably works better fuzzy because your eyes go right to it, and it makes you concentrate.
Well, yeah, that's a good point, and it's working.
There might be a little bit of a hack in there.
Yeah. I think the other reason we're getting a high percentage is because we have this fan box at the bottom as well. So take note of that. That's something that you definitely want to use. A strategy that I would highly recommend doing. And then, so once they view as fan, so click that again, Ryan, if you can. Then it says, basically, they can click anywhere. It's not just, they can click anywhere there, and see, they can't get the PDF now. Okay, Ryan's clicking, he can't get it, but then once they become a fan, then they can click anywhere, and it'll just download. It'll open in a new page for them and download the PDF for them. And again, this is obviously not something we invented, but something that was brought back to our attention, and I just thought, let's give it a try. And it's the best thing we've used, the best process that we've used on our fan page to date, and we've spent a lot of time and money messing with stuff on our fan page.
Yeah, I'd say even on the blog, it's hard to get people to take action right off of a blog. You can get opt-in subscribers and likes But just watching the activity, it's working really well. Just converting cold blog readers into people who come more into your fold. Because most of the time, people are just going to bounce, right? If they don't really find something engaging.
So since we put that on, Ryan, that was Friday.
Oh yeah, since it went site wide. Yeah.
Friday maybe. 340 people. Yeah, it was Friday, July 1st. So 340 people have clicked on our site wide. We used a URL shortener so we could see specifically how many people were clicking that at the bottom of a post, and 340 people have done that since Friday.
Right, which probably is about 50% of the traffic because we haven't really done anything on the blog over the weekend.
Right. I mean, it's a holiday weekend, not a ton going on.
Probably 100 or 200 are actually reading the blog.
So pretty
Cool.
interesting. The floor is yours, folks. We got a good group in number on, and if you have any questions about this or you have any questions about anything else, the floor is yours and the time is yours. Oh, you know what?
Remind everybody.
Go ahead.
Grab that Kinder book. Grab that book that they're giving away.
Yeah, if you haven't already seen, I'll put it in the chat here. You can get a free. Honestly, I don't know how they pulled this off, but I don't care because it benefits all of us. They have gotten. Why can't I do the chat? If you go to reticulous.com/exit, or if you go to reticulous.com/A Abraham book with a capital B, BOOK. You can get a free copy of his book, which I think I have 2 physical copies of. I don't know why I have 2, but it's an awesome book, awesome, and the strategies are timeless, absolutely timeless. So get a copy; it's absolutely free. I think. It's part of eventually it'll lead into a promotion. I think promoting their annual live workshop, live seminar. But there's no strings attached. You can get the book absolutely free. So check that out if you haven't already. All right, Larry asks, best strategies for mortgage originators. Maybe can you be more specific, Larry? Best strategies in what regard? The strategy that we just shared, or just generally speaking? If you can clarify that. Don says Don got the book. He's going to the Growth Summit in October, and Jay Abraham is a special guest. Yes. I'm sure that's why. I'm sure that's one of the reasons they were able to get him to give it away for free because he's speaking at their Growth Summit. So lead generation in general for mortgage pros is what Larry is asking. And Ryan, you want to start, or you want me to start?
Well, there's kind of 2 prongs, right? You can either help your referral partners, your agents. And then get some quid pro quo going, however you say that, or you can generate direct. And I'd argue that anything that a real estate agent can do to generate a lead, a loan originator could do exactly the same thing. It's the same. It's somebody wanting to buy, right, or even sell. Josh,
you're going after the same consumer. There's a case study on the blog. It's probably from the fall, maybe, where we had a mortgage pro. They were using HUD listings the same way an agent would. So they were using HUD listings to post ads on Craigslist, and they were sharing the leads with their realtor referral partners. So they were the ones implementing the strategies that we teach, and they were just sharing them with their referral partner. It's
the
way
case
older
studies.
than. No, No, it's way older than that.
Well, this is one example, though.
Oh,
This
okay.
is one example. These are actually loan officers doing this. So.
Oh, really?
There's one.
I didn't even realize
the
that.
Washington. Yeah, that was actually a loan officer doing it for an agent partner.
Huh.
And we got. And I don't know if he's still doing it, but Ron Aguiar was doing videos for agents of their listings, and he was building a little video site, just as a way to build a little, with your. Just a lot of agents haven't adopted this stuff yet. I mean, the crowd that's on the call now, of course you have. But as a loan officer, if you take some of this stuff and you help out your agent partners, you don't have to spend a ton of time, but you build a little squeeze page, maybe you build them a fan page. Guide them through, meet with them for 20 minutes, show them what you built them and how they can promote it and drive traffic to it. You're gonna get some reciprocation there. Well, I can't say reciprocation or quid pro quo. So,
Ryan, I think it's because I'm not the presenter. Can you put in the chat the link for the book? It's Reticulous.com/capital A Abraham -book with a capital B. We got some interesting spellings that people are trying to use, and I don't. That's not said in any way to. There's lots of ways that you could misspell that, myself included. So I'm not saying that to.
Yep, I'm just trying to figure out how to do that. Let me see.
It's the chat at the bottom of your GoToWebinar control panel.
Yeah, I'm locked out. All right. Here,
it's not working for either of us then. Yeah, well, just email us and we'll get you the link.
Reticulous.com/exit. I have a big banner ad there.
Yeah, and then just click on the banner.
Yeah.
Okay, Chad, we're happy to discuss this now. I don't quite understand. He signed up for pop-up, I think, domination, and would like to use it for a $500 credit for using me as your realtor. I was told that this was designed for list distribution only. Is there a way to use it for what I would like to use it for if you need to answer that? I don't know what you mean, list distribution. Do you know?
Well, pop-up domination is basically a lead it presents your web forms in kind of a stunning way.
Right.
So we're using that on our own site, right, on Traffic School. Let me see. Just so everybody has some context. Systems/real. I just can't think offhand where else we're using it right now. Let's see. There it is. There's our pop-up. So it just looks really nice. So this is pop-up domination, and all it is, it gives you another chance either via pop-up when somebody first gets to your site or when they're leaving to get some more contact info. So you can offer the $500 coupon, or you can offer information about the $500 coupon here via pop-up domination, right? And then what you're going to want to do is, as soon as somebody opts in for the information, you're either going to redirect them to a page that gives the information, and or probably do both, email them that information as well automatically. And then you can either give them the coupon straight up, or you can make them call you, however you want to do it. And then moving forward, you want to give more information about your program in little increments. Maybe once a week, send an email about the $500 rebate program. Maybe send a testimonial from somebody who used it. Folks like to see testimonials. One of your other clients who used it. Here's a video of a happy person who used my testimonial. Josh, I'm sort of short of sleep here.
Yeah, that's cool. So, Chad, you already answered the question. I'm not sure who or how you got that information, Chad, but you can certainly use this to capture the lead. That's one of the main. In fact, that's the main reason. The main purpose of pop-up domination is to be able to make very sharp-looking pop-ups that are able to lead capture right inside the pop-up.
Right, and you don't need to buy pop-up domination to do this. It just does it better. It converts better.
Right, it's just it's just nicer looking.
You can use Aweber, GetResponse, Icon, to do pop-ups. Now, just a quick note: if you bought pop-up domination and it's not what you thought it was going to be, I think that's a ClickBank product, right, Josh?
Yes.
you can get a refund. I'm pretty sure, pretty easily. Um, just a little tip. And if it's not what you thought it was and you need further help, just go through the support area, and I might be able to help you figure out exactly what you were trying to do.
Cool. Any other questions, folks? Go ahead, Ryan.
Yeah, I wanted to bring up, but I don't have a working example, the Facebook opt-in, which we should have up in the next week or two. That's a really cool. I can probably just show off the page for that, Josh.
Mm-hmm.
Facebook. I just forget what it was called.
It's just called Facebook opt-in app.
Yeah. Basically lets you. I don't think this is the same one. Anyway, there's a way that you can have people click a button to get your info, and it'll make them consent to connect with Facebook in order to get it. And then it'll feed your GetResponse or Aweber. So let's leave that as a cliffhanger, Josh. I'll get this in place with an example and a little bit of a preview. We're actually going to probably offer this setup as a service through the members area.
Yeah, so here, well, I'll tease just a little bit more. One thing we're going to test, you saw the process we're using on our fan page. Well, one thing we're going to test is, and again, this kind of is completely contradictory to the first thing we just shared with you, but we're all about testing so we can figure out what works best for us, but also so that we can share with all of you, is instead of them being able to click and immediately download that report, we're going to test making it this opt-in app where they would click on it. It would give a pop-up just like what's on Ryan's screen that once they click allow, it feeds their Facebook email address to our database and then delivers the report to them. So
you get a valid email, and it's also easier than them typing in their email, so conversion is better. And this is good with Facebook ads, is what we're going to do, right? Straight to our page.
Yep.
Wow, this is interesting. I think this is a different one than what we're using, but it looks very interesting. Okay, any other questions?
Not as of now. We usually get a run right when I'm about to say, that's it.
Can anybody give us something really negative? Everybody's so positive and nice. Like, where are we messing up in the members area? I've switched a ton of things around. Nobody's mad at us. Come on, get mad.
Let us have it.
Let us have it. I just want, feedback. What we could be doing better. What we could be adding. Are we adding too much content? Too little?
Mike H is mad. That's
Good.
all I got.
Is that my brother, Mike H? He's always mad at me.
No. No. I am overwhelmed every time you guys do a presentation. Sorry. That's what support's for. I don't know. I'm only getting initials for that one. So that is what support is for, and that's also what the worksheet is for, is to try and simplify this. It's just, it's never perfect. Did we ever determine how to dump a list of email addresses into the subscribe to?
All I would say is that we should be able to. I don't remember whether I looked into that or not. Let's look real quick. You can, how big is this list? Is it really big? Let's see. Subscribers.
Eric, I don't know if you're listening, but you just got some love from Linda Cork. Support is awesome. Not that Eric is the only one that supports, but Eric does a good many, or a good bit of the supporting. So, 300.
Linda,
Go ahead.
Linda, that's good to hear. Thank you, because we always worry. I mean, we appreciate people using it, but you've had a lot of issues, so thanks for being patient with us. It's not your fault, but we've had a lot of.
Jeff is good too. Jeff's listening. I'm pretty sure he's on as well. Jeff is good too. Eric says thanks. So he's saying between 350 and 500, but it looks like if you can do it in a comma separated, you can just pop them in right there. Pretty simple.
Yeah, you should be good. You should be good under tools, subscribers. Just I don't know what context you're using subscribe to, and just long term, you're kind of trusting us to deliver your email if you use subscribe to. We're not professional email delivery company. It's all on our servers, and it seems to work okay. But you're probably going to do a lot better if you use one of the external services, GetResponse or Aweber. But yeah, comma separated right here should be okay. Unless I can only do that because I'm looking at this as a super admin. If that's the question, let us know in support. I'll take a look.
Okay. Laura asking which type of reports are downloaded the most. We have not tracked that. I don't know that there's.
But
a real easy way.
anything wacky gets clicks. Can't stress that enough. That's my bias. So use some descriptive, flowery language. Download this funky, fresh report on this neighborhood. Make it
Don't
exciting.
use the word dirty.
Don't use the word dirty. I got in trouble for that. But actually tell people what's in it for them, right, Josh? So get this report. We're probably not even doing this right on our site. Get this report that will show you how to, or why you should, or where you can. Is always going to probably get a better click for you.
Right.
It's this fundamental marketing stuff.
I think we cleared out everything. Eric, you got more love. On foreclosure list,
good job, Eric.
Trouble with RealBird since they switched to Oodle, i.e. not all the foreclosures come up and no property addresses like we used to. Are you still using the lead system? Yeah, so Rick, here's the way we've kind of always said to use that. It's not really to deliver the list. It's to get the person to raise their hand, and then we recommend then using your MLS, put them into an MLS strip for foreclosures because the data will be much better and much more in real time. But we understand, one of the reasons that we like RealBird is because there's no universal IDX. And so it's hard, I'm drowning here, Ryan.
Well, yeah, there's no universal IDX. You don't have to deal and pay your local MLS board for data. That's always an option, is to just go get a proper IDX, work out, sign whatever necessary paperwork, and do what your MLS board requires. We use RealBird because it's a shortcut, and we're really just using it to get people, like Josh said, to raise their hand and say, yes, I'm interested in foreclosures. They can see a few listings, but then you need to follow up and give them the really good stuff so that they like and trust you. So I wouldn't obsess too much. If the quality's gone down a whole lot, I just don't know. I haven't looked at it since they switched to Oodle, which was probably just recently, right? I'll take a look. We can try to look at other solutions, but the best IDXs I can recommend are going to be IDX Broker, DiverseSolutions.com, and if it's available in your market, Display.com. We have a strategy session with Eric Bramlett about IDX and display in the strategy sessions page.
Linda, I don't know what you're talking about, blog template for sites. I would recommend the awesome real estate website template.
Well,
is
she asking for a WordPress template?
Is there a certain blog template for sites? Yes. Yes, that's what.
Well, we use Catalyst theme, which gives us a lot of flexibility. Just know that if you're on our platform and you change the theme, you're going to lose a lot of the stuff we pre-build, right away. So you can do that. We can load up any WordPress themes you want, but you're going to be pulling your hair out, and it's probably a little further away from actual lead generation if you want a certain look and feel. That said, here's the info on Catalyst, and there are tons of theme sites out there. There are new themes for Catalyst, like child themes, that I'm going to check out that look really, really sharp. And they are at mojo-themes.com, and they're like a few of the more recent WordPress ones. But they look sort of like this. I don't know if we can buy a developer's license and actually distribute this to everybody. That's what I need to look into. There's a few really nice looking themes that work on the same platform. And the other thing that concerns me is we're not really staffed up to be custom designing everybody's sites. So you're kind of going to be on your own if you go with one of these options, short term. But they look really sharp. You can do a lot. You can still, since it's Catalyst, you can still have different widget areas on different pages and do all the lead capture stuff we advocate and have a lot of fun. So I hope that answers the question.
Yep. Wait, is there a certain layout with Catalyst? Unless you want to do, and you have a strong reason to do a bunch of custom stuff, you should just use the layout out of the box. And Linda, I'm not just speaking at you. I'm just saying, generally speaking, unless you have a really strong reason to go nuts and do a bunch of wild stuff, just use the stuff out of the box. Because
and Josh,
they're designed intentionally based upon what we see working.
Yeah. That said, I've also spent a lot of time myself just tinkering, which is just a lot of fun. So I can understand a few people just wanting to have fun. So
Ryan's on that side of the fence. I'm on the other side. I just want what works out of the box, and I'm good to go. Let me just drive traffic to it. So you're getting opposite ends of the spectrum. So I understand that, but again, unless you've got a real good reason and you want to spend a lot of time testing and tweaking and so forth, just use the out of the box.
All right, but this is so pretty. I'm just kidding.
It is.
Yeah.
But that doesn't mean it makes anybody any more money than anything else.
Yep. You know what? I'll take this opportunity. I mean, I wonder if people do want custom design, because Josh, we've presented a few external contractors for people to use, and we've gotten some feedback. The price is too much. I mean, what would you pay to get some of this stuff, any of it, custom website design, the done for you lead generation, build me a squeeze page, do this or that? I mean, I just want to gauge what people think is a fair hourly rate or the best way to go about doing that. We think about it a lot. We've never been able to get it right. It's hard to provide the service.
It's hard to make it so that it's worth our while and affordable.
And affordable. That's the problem.
Yeah. No feedback.
Okay. Do most people see? I kind of obsess. We get occasional people who ask for this, and maybe it's just a few folks like to pay to have things done, which is good. And I just worry that everybody's having those sentiments. But yeah, just let us know if you have any thoughts on that.
Yeah, the only feedback I'm getting I don't quite follow, but realtors are cheap. What can I say?
Yeah. Well, that's part of the fun here. You get to learn how to do it all yourself. That's what we did. I didn't pay for any of this, and I built some really horrible looking stuff a few years ago. So, and I still do. So it's just fun to play around and learn, right?
Mm-hmm. I think there's one-on-one kit. Yeah, that doesn't work either.
Oh, one more piece of feedback. Can I just go on? Can I keep going? Josh and I were talking the other day. A lot of our platforms could be used for affiliate marketing, meaning you don't have to build real estate sites. You can do your side home-based business, or if you're having a slow month. Are people interested in seeing content related to that in our members area?
Sorry, some of the feedback. This is hard for me to. I'm just going to bite my lip on some of the feedback. What was that?
Should we create content related to general internet marketing and affiliate marketing?
Maybe we're getting some yeses to that.
So that would be interesting. I figured maybe because everybody's like us, Josh, right? We're all entrepreneurs, and there are a lot of other ways to apply this stuff.
Well, I mean, we've built sites on the Awesome Real Estate thing for completely
Yep.
unrelated to realtors.
Here, I want to see our show me the info. Is this still going? This is a show me the info squeeze page for a totally independent squeeze, affiliate offer. So just a preview. I think, Josh, we're gonna let's just do it. Let's add some content.
Sure.
Yep.
And here's even better. Those of you who are real serious about that, let us know what you want to learn. And if we can't answer it, we'll find it.
Yep.
And there may even be an opportunity there may be other opportunities that come from that. So if you're very serious about that, just email us or in support, put something about that, and we'll try to put some stuff. We love that. That's what we spend a lot of our quote unquote free time messing around with. So
yeah,
it sounds like maybe starting with some basic stuff from the.
Okay.
Oh, here's a good one. Ryan, are you taking notes by chance? This will be right up your alley. You'll love this. Tips on making a really great banner headline.
Oh, you want to see? Here we go. There's my one new shoe.
Please keep it G-rated.
I'll keep it tasteful.
All right.
Just bear with me. So all I do for all this web design is use Pages in the Mac. You could use Word. But you don't need fancy Photoshop or anything to do this stuff. All you need to know how to do is do a screen capture, right? Just give me a second here. I can usually just drag this over, but never works as well live. Let's see. So I used iconfinder.com to find a generic image. It's all public domain stuff. And always tell people to click here, right, Josh?
Yes.
And try to have fun, but everybody likes puppies, so whatever offer you're making, if you want to trick people into clicking, just do click here to if you like puppies.
There's a great fitness guy. That's funny that you said that, because there's a really good fitness marketer who's got something in his opt-in form on his blog has something like the last thing is like something about kittens or something like that. Let me pull it up. I may be the only one amused by it, but it's funny. It's just funny. The whole click here like puppies thing. If you don't know what to do for a banner, now Ryan's doing white on red, but just do a blank banner with red text and then make the click here blue and underlined like it's a hyperlink, and that's like the simplest, easiest way to get really high click-throughs.
Jeff Johnson's site has a lot on that, right? Josh used to send people there.
Yeah, yep.
A lot of free content.
Oh, you know what? It's funny. Actually, it's a puppy. Hilarious. So the guy, somebody asked, it's John Romanello, and his blog is Roman Fitness Systems, and he's got like some reasons why you should opt in, and then the last one is plus for every subscription, I wish loudly in parentheses for a puppy to be rescued. So everybody likes puppies is I guess what we can learn from that.
Yeah, and he's using a lot of the red and blue technique right here with arrows and things like that. So reds, blues, they burn your eyes. They might be ugly and they stand out, but that's why.
Well, red catches your attention, and the blue with underline is kind of universally accepted as being a hyperlink. So people, even if they don't realize it's a banner, if they see something that's a hyperlink and they're drawn in, they're just going to be more likely to click on it. There's just no question. Which is, again, it's why the example that we showed you on our blog, getting people to download the worksheet, it's just simply blue underlined so it looks like a giant hyperlink. Well, it is a giant hyperlink, basically.
So you can do click here like puppies who work out, who like real estate. Something weird. You get your click through. But you can do all that in Word, right, Josh? I don't play in Word a lot. But...
yeah, I'm sure you can. I usually use Pages, but you can do it. It may not be. I'm sure you can do all of that. It's just that I don't use Word for that much anymore either. But I know you can. And Mike H chimes in with have your pet spayed or neutered. Thank you, Mike.
And I know Eric likes doing this too. Maybe we'll do a little banner shop. Those are quick little things we could do for folks for a small fee if people are interested. Ideas.
Yep. Okay, I think that... Yeah, Mike, I'm sorry. I knew who it was. I just don't like to say people's last names. Just, I don't know. I just try to avoid that just so we're not, like, calling out specifically people. So I knew it was you, Mike. I know what the H is. And for some reason, Ryan is bringing up Michael Jackson.
Well, because I'm getting really good click-through on an ad I have going right now, and if you just stick MJ in there, and Lady Gaga's doing good too, people go, why the heck is MJ in there? So just another banner creation tip, since we're having a little fun.
Elva, I'm sorry, you're the only one, or I guess there was one other person that are having sound issues. It's not us, it's GoToWebinar. This is being recorded. The recording won't have the issues. Sorry. Hopefully you didn't miss anything important. MJ is in Spider-Man. All right, anybody else with anything that you'd like to cover before Ryan does something really strange that offends everybody? Mike, thank you. We do our best. All right, cool. We got this recorded. I will do my best to have it up, or Ryan will do his best to have it up in the members area later today, tomorrow morning at the latest. Whoa. So it always happens. Love it. How would you input one of these icons in a squeeze page?
Okay. Here's the quick way to go. So say you want a house. And actually our logo on Reticulous.com right now, I just Googled house and I found this one with a cord hanging out of it. And that's all I did, and I used some text. But basically you can save this to your hard drive, right? You can right click and hit save. Okay. And then let's go into showmetheinfo.net or any WordPress site. You can either use our ad generator. So it's under Systems and Tools, and you can upload that image and link it to something, or just link it to nothing, and it'll give you the HTML to use. Or you can just do this. WordPress you can upload files to, right? So when you're creating a post, and I think we have this in the Byerly's Bytes Night system, and also now in the driving traffic on the ad generation section, how to do this. I have a slower tutorial. But if you create a new page or a new post, you can use the little upload box right here. and just select the file from your computer. It's going to upload it for you. Now, if you know how to do the HTML, it's going to give you the link. If you click File URL, it's going to give you the actual link, and you can do image source equals, and you can take this link anywhere. You can take it to another site, right? Or you can save it in a file so that you can keep reusing it everywhere you go. And it's basically just hosted on our servers here, and here's the address for it.
Ryan thinks it's funny that I use the ad generator religiously, and I haven't figured out how to do that yet, but I just prefer it.
Yeah, you could just do an image link. So see, we put it in here, and here we are. We're showing the image on our site, but if we click the HTML tab, it's linking to itself. That's what the ahref means, but it's image class equals with the source, this part right here. My advice would be, just so you save yourself a lot of time, just learn how this basic HTML. Just learn it. Image source equals, and then you put the URL for the image in there. I know I'm moving fast, but the site we keep mentioning is going to be w3schools.com, where you can just practice and learn this. And the big trick here is to either use the ad generator or just upload to one of the WordPress sites we give you. Just upload an image and then copy the link for the image and then create the HTML for it. So right here at W3 Schools, you can learn HTML. And right here, if you scroll over to the side, HTML images. And it's going to give you a lot of examples. And anytime you Google, how do I create an image link, it's going to just show you. You can always come back to this. That's how I learned HTML. No classes or anything on it. Just keep Googling what you need to do.
Debbie says, and what would you have it linked to? I think she was probably talking about the banner. So
sure.
like, there's a fine line between doing everything you can to get people to click and having it be something that is congruent, meaning, so like, click here if you like puppies and foreclosure houses, and you were offering a free list of foreclosures. And again, the whole like puppies thing. I mean, I usually just recommend the blue text for a hyperlink, and then, as he's got on here, click here if you need traffic for your real estate website. Well, most people are going to click that. Not most people, but that's going to get a high click-through rate because it's relevant. It's relevant and relative to the people coming to that ad if we were to use something like that on our website.
So I'm doing the same thing. I'm just uploading, and I got my link URL, and you can actually specify what you want it linked to here if you're not using our ad generator.
Which means when they click on it, that's what they're taken to. So the example he showed before, that link URL was the same as the image URL because you don't want them to be taken anywhere. But this case we do. It's a banner. We want them to be taken to the page that we're trying to get them to take action on. While you're doing that, Mike H., how do you take a picture of the banner? On Windows 7, it's the snipping tool, right, Ryan? Snipping tool?
Yep, just hit Start menu and then scroll up. You should see Snipping tool.
There's stuff like Snagit and 5clicks, but you don't really have to pay for those. Snipping tool does the same thing. On a Mac, it's Command-Shift-4, and then you can just basically take a picture of it. How about the action icon? You can just go into the... you can go in the members area in our image library. There are the action icons, and you would use them the same way. You just get an image source. You just get the source URL, and when you populate it in there, if it's Flash, like the pointing arrow thingy that we put everywhere, it'll work just the same as a still frame picture.
I was just trying to remember. I saw another screenshot taker, but I forget what it's called right now. But yeah, just your computer should have a native screenshot taker. Just how to take screenshots on a Mac or how to take screenshots on a Windows. If you Google that, you should be able to find it.
Yeah, Jing does it as well. I forgot about that.
Yeah. And that's a really good solution. You can actually I guess with Jing, you can actually just have it uploaded and have your URL right there, which is really useful.
All right, a solid hour today. Any final questions? Ryan, should I hold on, or what are you bringing up?
No.
Okay. Cool. All right, we're going to get this rendered and into the members area under strategy sessions. Good stuff all around. This is what I meant to say this earlier. For the traffic school, we're having the Q&A calls for that are Fridays at 1. Okay, good. I didn't book something then. Fridays at 1, and we'll get a link in there for that right after this. I meant to do that sooner, but we'll get a link in there for that right after this. Okay, thanks. And
thanks, everybody.
Hold on. This is a good question. If you want to get reminders for that, you're going to have to sign up at the link. We can't import them into a different. It'll be a different GoToWebinar. It has to be different. We can't use the same one because we have people who are non-members enrolled in the traffic school. So it'll have to be a different one. So you're going to actually have to sign up for that one, and then you'll get the reminders for that one.
We'll blast that out, right?
Yes. Yep, for sure. Okay, thanks everybody.